Hey, what's up? I'm glad you made it here. This is Roder MMA Bet, and this is arguably the most comprehensive and profitable betting channel advice for MMA fights in YouTube. I have been betting MMA and the UFC for 8+ years with consistent results, and that's what you're gonna be getting here. This is a quick intro, and you're gonna be seeing soon the results track I'm referring to, the fights breakdown, and how I'm betting the card. Feel free to leverage my strategy, but take it with a grain of salt, as this is your money on the line. If you like this idea, you like what I'm doing here, subscribe to this channel and share with your friends. Enjoy the analysis. Let me know your thoughts on the comments sections down below, and good luck with your bets. UFC on ESPN 19 or UFC Vegas 16, Hermansson versus Vettori. If you know my channel and you know how to use this spreadsheet to your best interest, good luck. If you trust my analysis from previous times, you know what I'm talking about. If you do not know what I mean by the most consistent and transparent betting strategy, I'm keeping track of all of my results from July 2020, right? July this year. Basically, I'm separating these results in some, statistics here. Basically, it has been nearly 450% profit from the start of the channel, or I'm 70% up of my starting money. This is, I'm also separating these things into high, medium, and low confidence bets, and this is how this is adding up to each column. In terms of high confidence bets, these were the number of bets, this was the number of bets that I got right, this is the overall profit from the start money, from the 70% that I said, that I made extra. In terms of medium and low confidence bets, so this is how you guys can see how I'm diversifying my bets, alright? And this one, just one more view, where you guys can see how I'm doing in each month. Alright, so on to the fight breakdowns. I'm gonna be breaking down the main card in this video. If you're interested in the prelims, I'll be uploading a video on the prelims a little bit later. Just by the way, I'm quite delayed on these videos this week. I've been quite busy, so I apologize that for the late upload, and also I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to finish this card entirely for this week. Okay, so let me just start with the fight breakdown. Let's start with Movsar Evloev versus Landwehr. Guys, what I can tell about this fight, Movsar Evloev, the guy is such a strong, sambo practitioner. He's not like, you cannot say that he's Habib, but he resembles a little bit. The guy is, quite stocky for the division, not too much actually. Actually, for a featherweight, he's not that big, not that strong, but the guy has such a great sambo wrestling that it's definitely a force in this division. Plus, but I think the thing is that he wants to prove himself, and he wants to prove the UFC that he can strike. This can be tricky, because he doesn't have the range to do so. He's got some power, but not the most powerful explosive guy. Plus, in terms of the technique, he does a pretty good job. Tries to throw lots of volume and try to move around. So he does a pretty good job with the boxing. I think he learned this on the way. But he's not a natural striker. Not that he's outstanding striker, which can be interesting if he doesn't go to the sambo part against Landwehr. Nate is a guy that it's always on the front foot, chin up, it's a lot of shot, doesn't care, super strong chin, He's there to brawl, he's there to make it ugly, to make a bloodbath like he had last fight against Darren Elkins. And the guy is big, he's big for the division, he's gonna move forward, he's gonna try to win this. He's not difficult to take down, not that difficult to hold down, but he's gonna try to stand up, he's strong like I said, and he's gonna keep moving forward, So the pick here is definitely Evloev, especially if we go to the sambo wrestling. I think there is very little chance for Nate. But the thing that I would say that Evloev is still trying to prove his strike to other people, and I think there is some chance that Landwehr can trade with him, hurt him, or inflict more damage when Evloev tries to trade with him. I don't know. To me, there is a small chance that Landwehr can win this fight. That's why actually I'm picking Evloev. I'm taking a look on Evloev by decision plus 300. I think it's nearly impossible to find this line. But what I may find that I'm interested to bet is Landwehr plus 500. It's just a too big line to avoid. It's going to be a super small bet. I put less than 1% of my money. But still, there is some value there because, like I said, I'm not sure if Evloev not going to try to prove himself and end up losing a close decision or something because of this, right? On to the next fight. Let me check here because I didn't put this in order. So it's Roman Dolidze versus Allan Arte. By the way, a shout out to one of my viewers on this fight, the guy that had made personal contact with me. So shout out to you if you're getting this message. So this part of this breakdown for this fight and for everyone. So Dolidze, what I can tell about this fight, guys, Dolidze is he's a stronger guy, definitely the bigger, with more power. He also moves better. I can say he has better footwork than Jamahal Arte. From what I've seen from videos in the past, Dolidze also has a good double leg. I'm assuming that he has a good sambo wrestling technique, like Russian sambo. But the thing is that I haven't seen much of this from him, and on the ground I've seen him taking the back of guys. So he's an overall good fighter, but to me, in my opinion, the thing that Roman Dolidze, he hasn't yet proved himself enough for me to trust that he's gonna bring a strong game plan. He's not gonna just enter a brawl and do something crazy in the fight. Jamahal Arte, I know that he's not the most athletic, not the most impressive guy. What I've seen from videos, he likes to keep his hands up, to block shots and then move forward. He does quite a good job in trying to land his hooks. He also can clinch a little bit, take guys down. It's quite poor, he's not poor, he has quite decent technique. The thing is that I don't think he chains things together well, I don't think he uses, he's not athletic enough, he doesn't have, enough explosiveness to, get those moves that you see from the more impressive guys. But he's a consistent guy. He's also young, 27 years old only. He hits a lot of shots, hits really a lot of shots, but I think, he's very tough and he's gonna try to win this, he has the heart and the will to try to win this. Now, what I can say, my pick here is Dolidze. It's by TKO. I think most likely Dolidze gonna land the bombs early on and gonna finish Allan Arte, or if Dolidze try to play a little bit on the outside, go for a more technical approach, he still can win. But I'm not ruling Allan Arte totally out of this, to be honest. I think he can, if Dolidze especially brawls heavy in the beginning, Allan Arte can even lose the first round quite decisively, even a 10-8. But I do see a chance that Allan Arte pick this up from the second part of the fight, make this an ugly fight, or take Dolidze down, somehow holds the top position. I don't know, to me so many variables in Dolidze. I haven't seen enough from him, like I'm saying. Still, I think Dolidze is a safe pick, by far. But in terms of bet, I'm not betting this fight in straight, neither parlays. I'll be taking a look into prop bets here if I can get Dolidze by TKO plus 500 million possible. I think by submission even Dolidze can win, or Arte by live bet. I do think this is quite a decent bet because the others don't. I would say that Dolidze can win the first round quite decisively, like I said, but Arte still has a chance to win because he's tough and he's gonna try. So a live bet on Arte is not bad in my opinion. Plus decision either way, plus 500. I think I got a bet on Dolidze in that. So take a look for a prop bet as this one. Like I said, Arte is young, he's tough, has a good chin. He's not gonna just give up. This is how I see this playing out. Now Montana de la Rosa versus Taila Santos. In this fight, guys, what I expect to happen, I think Taila Santos, she's definitely the more athletic girl. She's very long for the division. She's not that tall. She's like 5'5" for a flyweight, even as a woman flyweight. I think this is average height, but her limbs are quite long. She's very strong. Here's the thing. In her first fight, she didn't look good against Mara Romero Borella. I think because of this octagon jitters. She's still quite young, 27. So even though she was 15, I think she just didn't perform that fight. I think the reason was the jitters. After Borella started clinching with her, she lost all her cardio. The hands came stiff, the legs came stiff. So she just didn't perform well. But against Molly McCann, it was a landslide, like someone would say. So I think she has so much potential, this girl. She's so strong. She she lands bombs, you know, she throws really hard. She's also good everywhere. She has strong clinch game, you know, she's heavy from top, she can grapple. So this girl's for real. In terms of, I'm still not sold though, you know, even though I'm assuming that this bad performance against Morella was because of the jitters, but I'm still not convinced. On the other hand, De La Rosa, she doesn't have the most impressive record, but she has a good experience under her belt, you know. She's a big and strong flyweight herself, you know. She's quite long. And but the thing is that De La Rosa, she used to be primarily a grappler. Now she's trying to catch up with her strikes. She improved a lot, you know. In her last fight, she was quite. You could see the improvements was, you know, very clear. She was throwing, you know, straight punches, hooks, you know, like lowering her base, trying to move. So she was doing a pretty good job. But I think she doesn't have the fluidity yet. It's not. She doesn't have enough experience to look good, especially defensive. She was hitting a lot of shots, which I'm assuming gonna be very dangerous here against Taila Santos. But De La Rosa is tough, you know. She's gonna come try to win this fight. Now, in terms of pick, I'm picking by decision Santos because I think De La Rosa, she's so tough that I don't think even Santos, with the power that she has, I don't think she's gonna be able to finish De La Rosa. So by decision, Santos I like after plus 350 range. Now De La Rosa, she has a chance. I think she can show up. She's still very young, improving a lot, like I said again. Plus, she can make it ugly, you know. She can wear on Santos. She's the better grappler in this matchup. And I think she can, you know, try to bang a little bit, hang on Santos. Santos can get tired. I'm not sure, again, about her cardio. It seems to be good, but I'm not yet sold on that. So De La Rosa can make a close fight and can win a decision, basically, you know. So that's how I see it. Santos that by decision, but take a look in prop bets and take a look on maybe Santos by TKO with a big number, maybe also worth your money. OSP versus Jamahal Hill. Guys, I'll be riding with the dog here. Let me give this up front. Let me explain why. Hill, the guy is tall, the guy is long, he's busy, he has good hands, you know, he's what I can say. I think that's a sum up from him, you know. He likes to keep his range, he likes to throw a lot of shots, time guys in, you know, being consistent with the strikes. Now the thing is that Hill, when he fought the other guys, he had such a massive reach and height advantage that I'm not sure that his technique really, you know, was brought to fruition in this matchups. I think that there is still some question on how well this guy can do in overall MMA game. OSP, he's a tall guy himself. He's gonna have a near same reach as Hiori, 1 inch reach, but either way, it's not relevant here. The thing that both of these guys, they match up very well in size. In terms of athleticism, OSP is the more athletic guy, even being 37. OSP also can shoot a double leg. It's kind of odd, you know. The guy always, it's very rare when OSP shows up. But even not showing up, I'm still not convinced that Hill is that favorite that people think that he is. I think OSP actually is the more complete fighter. You know, he can throw kicks better. He can the hands. I will give the hands advantage to Hill just because he throws more. But in terms of technique, it's quite even. You know, Hill's not the super technical guy. You know, super boxer. He does a good job, but it's not something impressive. You know, OSP, it's, you know, same level to me. If he would be busy enough, he would be more consistent. So that's why I think OSP is the more complete fighter. I think he's the better fighter here. Plus, he has the wrestling, you know. I didn't like Hill's takedown defense. I'm not gonna bet into that he's gonna improve the takedown defense, especially against OSP, a big guy. So I'm picking OSP, and the pick is by decision. Let's see. SP has a great chance for a submission too, so I'm kind of 50-50 between a submission and a decision. I'll be riding with a decision. I think Hill is big, you know, he's strong to, you know, try to defend, you know, even if OSP tries to take him on a choke or something, but OSP definitely has a chance of a choke. So the pick and the bet is on OSP. And in terms of prop bets, take a look on this, what I put here. Okay, I think all of them are worth of your money. Now on the main event, Jack Hermansson versus Marvin Vettori. Awesome fight. This is really high level. I'm a fan of both of these guys, you know, especially Hermansson. So Hermansson, the guys, he's so tough. This is a guy who broke a rib against Thales Leites, who is a black belt, a strong black belt, was pounding on his head, trying to choke him out. he survived that, come on top and finish the guy. So there is no question at all about Hermansson toughness. To me, he's the toughest guy, as tough as they come, you know. There's you know, I don't know if there's a guy tougher than him. So, and in terms of technique, he does a pretty good job. He has a more awkward style. He likes to fight on the outside, you know, throwing tip kicks, push kicks, likes to throw some leg kicks. Sometimes comes a little bit off. Sometimes he doesn't do it at the best time. He can get caught by counters, but still, it's not bad, you know. He has good striking. Plus, he throws lots of hands, you know. He's very busy, you know, and his specialty, he calls it himself, is the ground and pound. He likes to take guys down and go for those bombs. He has nasty ground and pound. Plus, he can submit guys, as you guys see in his last fight. This guy is complete. This guy is elite. You know, don't get this wrong. This is one of the best fighters in the middleweight division, hands down. He can win the title today. He is good as that, you know. He also, obviously not saying he will, but he has the potential. Now, Marvin Vettori, another guy that has so much potential, guys. This guy is he's more like a build, more like a compact middleweight, powerful, you know, very strong, very stocky, like improving a lot on his striking. You know, he looked amazing against Carl Robertson. I was really impressed. I actually bet Robertson in that fight because I think, okay, Robertson is a live dog, but Vettori proved me wrong. He outstrike Robertson, which is totally not easy to do, and he did it in a very interesting fashion, and then he finished the guy on the ground. You know, this is also an elite fighter. He's coming for real. I think he has a chance, you know. From what I've seen from the past, Hermansson is more consistent, but Vettori has a chance to win this fight. And especially if he can, you know, move it forward, you know, or time Hermansson, and Hermansson comes in with those leg kicks that he doesn't time too well, expose himself. Vettori can catch him with an overhand, can march him down, land to the body, try to take him down. So Vettori is coming for real. But I think still Hermansson, to me, is the better fighter, you know, and I think the range going to be a different factor, and also I think I like a little bit better the way he moves, the way he avoids shots. Okay, so it's Hermansson by decision in terms of bet. And if you like Vettori, take a look in decision, you know. Both of these guys are so tough. I find it very difficult that one of them going to finish the other. Alright, guys, just to wrap this up, I hope you appreciate what I'm doing here. If you do, please like, subscribe. News that I have for all of you in the future, I'm going to be open up a VIP list, you know, like a personal kind of things. I'll be uploading, I'll give more into that. If you like this idea, let me know in the comments if you have interest to that. After I'll publish an email where you can reach out to me. But thumbs up the video if you like this idea. And just to wrap this up, fights that we covered were Movsar Evloev versus Nate Landwehr. Like I said, it's a very small bet, less than 1% money on Landwehr. Taila Santos versus Montana de la Rosa. I was very tempted to bet Santos, but I'm not gonna bet because I think de la Rosa, she's so much potential that I don't want to bet too much against her. I wanted this maybe a little bit higher. I put it here like, yeah, plus 130 or even plus 100 already. Enough on Santos, but I'm not gonna take this bet. I'm betting OSP. I got him at plus 150. I don't think this line is available anymore, but if it is, I would say that it's worth your worth the stab. Actually, I'm gonna be throwing, you know, 0.5% more of OSP in a parlay. The line not gonna be at plus 150 anymore, but I still think it's worth to parlay, you know, OSP, you know, 0.5% of my money. I'm gonna be doing it. Jack Hermansson versus Marvin Vettori. I'm picking and betting Hermansson. This is my biggest bet of the card, 2.5% of my money. Dolidze versus Jamahal Arte. I'm not betting either of these guys. I got a bet on Dolidze by decision. And the rest here is as I covered, okay? Again, if you liked, please like and subscribe. And until there, this is Roder Bet, bringing the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.